Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US indices for Thursday, the 1st of September. Welcome to spring. So I want to show two counts here. One of them is that we were looking at this like that. Having an ABC down here, so we've got this big A wave here. We've got an AB, already had them there, typical. So we've got that situation where we just may even have a low in place that could probably go over there and make 1 and 2. And anyway, having we talked about this sort of scenario here. So in this case, all you need to do is really just look for a classic trading levels pattern. I'll just put that over here to go long on. So we need the first high above the level, and there can be a second high there too that you can pretty much always get as such. So we can go long above that first high above the level. So the next count, which is what the stocks are telling me, because see, even with this one here, this wave 4 overlaps wave 1. Okay, so in some of the stocks that's not the case, but also in some of the stocks as well, this wave 4 is way up here, nearly equal to this wave 4 here, to this wave 2 here. So that can't be correct. So what the stocks are telling me, they're telling me that I need to put wave 3 over here and wave 4 over here and wave 5 over here with this C of B over yonder here, like that. So this would now make slightly different count. So leaving 1 and 2 there, and then looking at this here as 1 and 2 here, and then we need to also come down for, did I capture that? Come down for wave 3 here for this, so this needs to come down further, and wave 4 here, and wave 5. So the story I was pitching yesterday and the day before was really about watching Thursday afternoon trade really sort of shore up and start to give a positive sort of move to the upside in the afternoon session, leaving Friday bullish and Monday bullish. But looking at stocks today, I don't think I can hang on to that story anymore. So I think I need to look at this in a bigger picture here. So 1 and 2 here, and 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, fourth and the fifth. So the story that I was pitching all week would require support, it could come down a bit further, right? It could do that. It could, come down a bit further here, and we don't want it being longer than the third wave here, and then finding support back up here for this, and then going long above the top, right? But I don't think that's the case. I think that will be coming down for 3, 4 and 5, coming, moving down here further for this, coming down into down here somewhere for that. Okay, so when I look at the daily chart for a moment, if we take this low, this is a CFD platform, so it's going to be different from the E-minis and things, but basically we're looking for that 78.6, which brings us around the 3.9. Now I think that's going to be too short, so I think that we need to bring this down to the 3.8 area, and that's where the deeper the support is down here for that. So I'm just going to remove that because it's just big and ugly. But basically we've got this, well, the 3.9 we're going to see support at anyway, and then the 3.8 and the 78.6. So they're the two targets to the downside. So I think the group 2 here will be the supporting role here for this move. Yeah, so I'll just remove that a little bit, and I'll just remove that. It's a bit sort of oldish there. So I think we're going to be coming down a bit further, somewhere down into here for that. Now, the other thing that I want to mention is that that would be, so we've got this first situation where Thursday, you know, comes down a bit further, and then Friday becomes the bullish move, and we get support on the 4,000, everything's rosy, and we go long from that point. We go up for wave C here, or otherwise we come down to 38 roughly, and then we make a leg to the upside. But the other situation where I have talked about this before would be this move here, where, I mean, before we had the wave C over here, and looking at this as the wave A here and the wave B here, and going up for the wave C at the 30, you know, around the 38 here or whatever. But this is the other count here that we need to take on board as well, and this would be basically seeing a bigger picture to the downside. And we would need to look at this here as wave 1 here, and 2, and probably get some sort of third wave out of all of this as 1 and 2, and building down here for some sort of third wave, and fourth wave, and fifth wave coming down here. And that would give us a wave 1 at this point. And then coming back, testing up here for a wave 2 at this point. And basically we'll be looking at a C wave coming down into the 33,000 sort of area here, right? And that would be the other leg to this. So this is one leg here, and this is the other leg, and then this is the other leg here. So the difference is, as I mentioned before, we would be looking for a move here, and then coming down, or we just come down from this point here. So they're the two they're the two things that we need to you know, work on, really. I mean, that's how I sort of see things. So yeah, so that's that. And do I need to recap that in any way? Just go back to the 5K tick chart here now that we've said that. So it would be possible to view this here as a wave 1 here and a wave 2 over here. Just sort of, we'll just build that into the picture. We've got a few things going on in this page here. So it's kind of also too in the bigger picture. I know this is really wide. When we're talking about 4,000 here, we talk about group 1 above and group 2 below here for this. So anything else, I mean, it looks really big here, but on a daily chart it's not that big. But anything out of this range here, if this became the retested resistance here, then that would set the target down to the next level at 3,500, and then 3,300, and so on, you know, down to the 3, basically leaving this number and going to the same number of 1 degree, you know, the same degree, so 3,000 basically. So as always, it's always important not to lose money within this particular space, but obviously this is humongous here, but just sort of looking at the bigger picture with this as well in that regard. So yeah, let's see how this plays out. So there won't be any long trades unless the 4,000 becomes the support. So that's one thing that you can clear out of your mind. The next thing is that we can see here that in a small way, we've got a classic trading levels pattern here. So that means that we've come down, we've bounced off here, we've had the arrival, the reaction, the first low below the level, the correction here, and then we're breaching this low here. So that's always the short trade at that point, and we can always go from the second low to, we lift it up from here. So if we were looking at the classic trading levels pattern here, we would go the arrival, the reaction, the first low below the level that we've got, we'd go short here, which we can now, and we could have gone short, coulda, woulda, shoulda, probably talked about it anyway there. So that would be that space in there for that, you know. So I won't go to the 100 tick chart here at the moment, and now this has gone down to 3950. You can forget about any fourth wave sitting here as well. Yeah, let's move along a little bit. So now we're on the NASDAQ. So the same thing again as well. We're looking for we've got the A wave up here. That can also be the C wave now of B over here. So we'll just pop that over there. This could also be wave 1 here. I won't go any more further than that on that. The count we're looking at the moment, the conservative count is wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 here. Now we were looking at possible wave 4 here, but there's too much of an overlap, so it doesn't make any sense. So we will be down here for that, and we'll be looking at wave 3 coming in here, and wave 5, yada yada yada, all of that sort of stuff, to make wave 3, 4 and 5 here for that. Once again, the short trade, well, could be here. I think we already had short trades in here, but I just cleaned everything out this morning, so you would be short, not long anyway. I mean, that's what I've been harping on about. So we'll be down here somewhere for that, right? So currently, if that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, then the stop can go nice and tightly just up here. Let me just check on that here again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it should be okay. Anyway, you're the trader, I'm just the analyst. So that sort of thing here, yeah. So we should see this move a bit swiftly here, because this will be the third of the third of the third coming into play here for this. Okay, I'll just put that there. We'll probably need to go anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Anyway, that's that. So that's the NASDAQ and the Russell. So I've got the 2 counts here for the Russell. So we had wave 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 here, but that's not going to be the case, even though it hasn't overlapped too much. Well, I'll just leave it there for the time being, but we're looking at 1 and 2 here, and then 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, fourth and the fifth. Now that will probably take us lower than that. The only way that you could go long here at the moment is getting support back onto the 1850 here. And also the the DJ as well. We were looking at, well, coming down for the A wave, the B wave, and coming down for the C wave, and we're looking at 1 and 2 because we thought the Feds would extended wave 1. Still could possibly be the case, but wave 1, 2, 3, 4 in blue, and 5 here, and then go up from that point. So any stops could be just above this top here for that. And otherwise we are going lower here, so how far off? We probably end up down here somewhere for that. So they're the 2 counts. So we're moving into group 1, so of 30,000 we've got 1, 2 and 3 that make up minor group 1, and then between each of these levels we've got the Fibonacci numbers, say from 31 to 32. We've got 100, 200 and 300, and then 500, then 800. So you'd want to leave your stop above the 800 here. Okay, so I won't put them all in, but you know the deal on that. So yeah, the other point too, so where Friday closes is where Monday's going to open, so you can kind of go with that theme a little bit, you know. Okay, well that's it. I'll leave it at that. Cheers.